Today I will start my argument with two simple questions. The first one being, in general, do you find teenagers to be responsible? Me neither. The second question is, what do you think of the current legal drinking age in the US? Should it be lowered? Is it good how it is? Or should it even be higher? I will now explain why we should not lower the legal drinking age. But first, I will provide you some history on the issue. The debate over the legal drinking age in the United States has been going on for decades. At the end of the Prohibition era in the 1930s, the legal drinking age was 21 years old. This benchmark held steady until 1971 when the minimum voting age was dropped to 18 and buzz began to build for a reduction in the minimum legal drinking age as well. Between 1970 and 1975, nearly half the states dropped the drinking age to 18, 19, or 20 years old. In 1984, the National Minimum Drinking Age Act passed, which stated federal highway funds would be withheld from U.S. states that failed to set the minimum legal drinking age back to 21. By 1988, all of the states had raised the age minimum back to 21. In a TCU360.com article titled "The Legal Drinking Age Shouldn't Be Lowered" by Abigail Massey, it stated, "The consequences of lowering the drinking age would outweigh the benefits. More DUIs, more alcoholism, and more risky behavior are a few of the negative effects underage drinking already causes." She continued saying, "Since the drinking age was raised in 1984, alcohol-related car fatalities have significantly decreased. Motor vehicle crashes are the number one cause of death for persons between 15 and 20 years old. 23% of those drivers had been drinking but weren't over the legal limit. Between 1982 and 2007, alcohol-related fatalities for people ages 18 to 20 dropped 60%. Giving adolescents access to alcohol at 18 will make them more susceptible to being involved in a car accident due to drinking and driving." A procon.org article supports my position on the argument, stating, "Alcohol consumption before age 21 is irresponsible and dangerous. Alcohol consumption can interfere with development of the young adult's brain frontal lobes, which are essential for emotional regulation, planning, and organization, which can increase the risk of chronic problems such as vulnerability to addiction, dangerous risk-taking, reduced decision-making ability, memory loss, depression, violence, and even suicide." A New York Times article touched on these issues as well. The author of this article is Tara Watson, who is an associate professor of economics and chairwoman of the program in public health at Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts. She is also research associate in the health economics program of the National Bureau of Economic Research. Tara explains that research has shown that a drinking age of 21 does reduce alcohol use by those under 21, including high school students. Alcohol consumption by young adults comes at serious costs. For example, a lower drinking age leads to more traffic fatalities. Traffic accidents are a primary reason why the Vietnam-era experimentation with lower drinking age was abandoned. Other impacts of lowering the drinking age may be less obvious but no less costly. The article continued saying, "Research by economists Christopher Carpenter and Carlos Dobkin shows that arrest rates for violent and nuisance crimes rise sharply at age 21 and persist through at least the age of 23. A lower drinking age would likely cause this period of alcohol-related criminal activity to start earlier and last longer. Evidence also suggests that lowering drinking age leads to a higher level of binge drinking later on in life among men, as well as any move towards increasing alcohol availability to young adults must consider its adverse effects, including traffic fatalities, unplanned pregnancy, and crime. Policies like increased public transit availability, access to birth control, and educational initiatives focused on harm reduction rather than abstinence have been shown to mitigate the detrimental effects of alcohol use by young adults. Lowering the drinking age will only succeed as part of the comprehensive set of policies that address the unintended consequences." In conclusion, the National Minimum Drinking Age Act was passed for a reason. Studies prove that lowering the legal drinking age is not beneficial. In fact, lowering the legal drinking age would only cause more DUIs, more vehicle fatalities, more alcoholism, and just more problems in general in this country. I believe that our current legal drinking age of 21 years old is the best way to regulate alcohol-driven issues. Thanks.